Okay, let's get our meeting started. All right. Now, the reason why I want to record this video is that I was in Philippines doing mission and I caught on Lyme disease. I was able to quickly have my body overcome it, and then I'm fine now. I've heard of a lot of people getting the same disease and they're having a lot of side effect in their body, in their physical health now. Some I've heard they have health problems. Some of them amputate their leg. I recently just got to know a pastor who was hospitalized for a year, but compared to me, I was only hospitalized for 5 days. Um, and the total recovery takes me only about 10 days. So I want to share what you can do to prevent health issues, even reverse some of your health issues. And also, what do you do when the pandemic come? I mean, for the past 3 years, for the past years during the pandemic, I caught COVID about 3 times, but I was able to quickly recover. In about 1 or 2 hours, all my symptoms are gone. And I'm going to reveal the secret today. I usually don't tell this because I don't want people to think that I'm promoting any particular products. But after the experience of Lyme disease, um, I feel actually guilty for not telling people. So I'm gonna just tell it as it is. Give a little introduction about who we are, what we do. Here's a website that reveals to you what our ministry does in Taiwan. So it's all in Chinese, of course, but you can quickly turn that and translate that to any language that you want. So that shouldn't be a problem, right? So if you choose English, um, then you should be able to read more about our ministry um, with your language. So whatever that language is, so you can get to know more about us and what we do in Taiwan. And we do ask you for prayer. We're here now uh, in Taiwan, serving the missionaries here in Taiwan for about almost 10 years now, 10, 11 years, going on 11 years. So here is a good place for you to get to know more about us. Translating the page to right. And so the today's recording would be put into the website fighting the epidemic. It's super simple. You can click here. I have recorded already 2 videos in Chinese, and the one that's in English will be placed down here at the bottom of the page. So you can easily come to the page and review the recording. Okay. All right. Let's all for our little introduction about our ministry. So the first question I want to ask is that why do people get sick? Right? I mean, you can give all kinds of answer. Why do people get sick? Oh, because their immunity is getting low. They caught on pathogens, virus, bacteria, or it comes with age. Those are all the right answer. But for my years of study about health, I'm a health predictioner in US. I do hold a certification in California as a health practitioner. I've come to this answer. Doesn't matter if it's physical, emotional, or spiritual health. It generally comes down to these answer. You either have too much of what you don't need in your body or too little of what you do need. That's it. Chronically, especially chronically speaking, you only have these 2 reasons why your health is deteriorating. The problem is it's hard for you to find out what exactly what are you in too much of, what you have too much of in your body, and what you do have too little in your body. So we're going to teach you to figure that out today as the first step. to reverse your health condition. And also later on, I will reveal to you why, even when I have any symptoms on flu, COVID, cold, how do I get it under control within 1 hour? Right. So these are the two secrets, mainly the two secrets that I'll reveal today. So let's get to it. What do you do when you are sick? Uh, can someone type in your answer or show me what do you do when you're sick? You know, most of you would just go to see a doctor, right? Or now you might try to Google and try to search for some answers. So I'm going to give you some suggestions. All right, the first website that I would go to is to go to Doctor Yourself. So when we go to Doctor Yourself, this is how the website looked like. I mean, this doctor, he's already passed away, but he has left a legacy and many books to teach us about health. Right. So some of his book are translated into many different languages, including Chinese. There's one, two. I know there are other books that was translated. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Right. These are all his books written in Chinese. And then, of course, there are Spanish, probably other languages as well. As you recognize them, maybe you can go ahead and purchase his book. I think his book is a great value for anyone, right? So that's the first step. I would come here. Let's say that I have, if you want to type in any disease that you or your family members, friends that want to reverse, you can type it in the chat room and I'll try to find that answer for you. But just, pick one over here. Let's say arthritis treatment, right? If you are someone who has arthritis, what do you do? Okay. The first thing is that I will come to this website and look for some answers and suggestions. What I might be in lack of, and am I short on any nutrients that is mentioned on this website? Is it vitamin D or is it vitamin A? Right? And how do they use it? And so what are some of the scientific studies to back that up? Okay. Niacinamide. So this is a good reference for you to kind of brief about what you might be short of in your body that causes arthritis, and what are some of the things that you can do to reverse the arthritis condition, right? So let's take a look at maybe another disease. Let's say cancer. I mean, it scares a lot of people out. Cancer is really not that scary if you truly know what it is. So let's take a look at cancer. All right, cancer. What can you be short of in your body if you have cancer, right? So this gives a brief idea. Okay, they mentioned about vitamin C. If you go into detail, you will probably hear some testimonies of how much vitamin C or exactly what kind of vitamin C do you take, right? How much milligram a day? Some more further studies. Vitamin B17. Okay, more about vitamin C. So that's what I do first, right? So what would be my second step? I'll show you what my second step is. Now, all of you, probably most people know how to use ChatGPT. So we would ask for help from ChatGPT. But now we're not gonna take its answer as it is. I'll show you what I do. Okay, what nutrient might be short of cancer? Okay, so it will give you a brief idea of what you might be short of: protein, iron, vitamin D, B vitamin, especially B12 and folate, zinc, calcium, magnesium, omega, omega 3, vitamin A and C. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna go ahead and purchase all these vitamins from the internet or from the shelf of my nutrient stores nearby. That's not what I'm gonna do first. I will go to a certified nutritionist or even your family doctor, right? Let them run a test on your blood. Okay, so do a blood test to see what you might be short of, right? You might be short in calcium, magnesium. Magnesium is such an important nutrient. My son has been suffering from seizure for so many years, but after putting him on magnesium, it has shown great improvement. Not only that, I'll tell you what he used, what else he used has also greatly improved his condition. Okay, so we got a brief idea what we might be short of. So I will print this out. I will print this page out and then go to my nutritionist, a certified nutritionist in the hospital, or my family doctor. I say, hey, can you run me a blood test to see if I'm short on any of these nutrients in my body? And it doesn't cost much to do that in Taiwan. I think it costs about 300 NT, which is about $10, right? $10 USD. I don't know where you are. You might be in US, and I don't know what that rate is if you want to run a blood test to see what you are short of. So that's the first thing I would do, right? Just to make sure, what am I short of? Okay. So get that taken care of, get that out of the way. So my second step, right? Let me close some of the window. So years ago, I don't know, this is 22 years ago. How many of you remember SARS? Okay, I'm going to show what happened in Philippines. I got a tick bite, and this is how it looks like by the third day. I mean, the first 2 days, I don't really notice any different, and I didn't know I was bit by a tick. It was painful when I got bit, but I thought it was just a mosquito. By the third day, this is how it looks like. Now, this same day at nighttime, I begin to put on a machine that I have. I always carry this machine wherever I go on a mission trip or wherever I go to other nations. Um, and I have two of these machines at home. One I would leave at home just in case that my wife or family members need to use it when they catch a cold, flu, or even COVID. The other one I just carry with me wherever I go, right? So on this very night, I start to notice I'm having a flu, having a fever. And I was able to get that fever down in about 1 hour or two quickly. But next morning I woke up, I found this is how it looks like on my leg. So I know things got really serious. I mean, the first day I already went to the doctor. The doctor didn't seem to worry much about it. Gave him some medication, antibiotic, some creams to put on. But this is how it turns out the second day. So I know it looks serious. Is something serious is going on. I went to the emergency room immediately, and the doctor want to cut it open and then squeeze some of the. It's already swelling, so the doctor want to cut it open and squeeze out some water and blood in it. I say, no, I do have some medical background. So I say, well, I'd rather go to a Chinese medicine doctor and have them do cupping because I know cupping would suck out more blood and water than you trying to squeeze out, right? So they respect my decision. I went and I do the Chinese cupping to suck out the blood. And after that is done, that's how it looks like. I mean, it looked really serious, but actually, the swelling of the leg actually went down because of sucking out the blood. But by showing this picture to my friends and family in Taiwan, they got really, really worried. They know it's cellulitis, which it is. It is cellulitis, uh, which means that if it's serious or not enough, I would have to amputate my leg or I could die. If the bacteria continue to travel up to my thigh and to my kidney, I could have kidney failure. To my heart, I could have heart failure. I know a missionary in our school who, until today, still have that side effect in her heart, and she went through surgery because of Lyme disease. If it travels to my brain, I could die instantly, right? But I know the condition is not as bad as they think because I have that machine to kill the whatever bacteria or virus that's in my body, and I don't have fever. I do have fever the second day, second night, and I do notice, hey, this never happened before because when I catch a cold or flu, usually it just takes me one time to kill all the viruses or bacteria in my body. But I notice on the second night, I'm having fever again. So I put it on and I put it on for more hours. And then the next day, during the day, I put the machine on and I just let it keep running, by battery. Um, and then the very next day, when I'm changing my medication cream, I try to wipe out, the wound. And then the top of the very top layer of the black skin was wiped out, and I see what's inside. It's actually red. Okay, it's not darkened, right? So I know I'm actually recovering, but I don't trust the medical system in Philippines. After talking with the doctors in Philippines, I feel like I'm talking with elementary graduate doctors compared to the doctors in Taiwan. So quickly we purchase a ticket and fly back. And this is one day before I fly back um, to Taiwan. And this is when I arrive in the hospital of Taiwan. And so that's the first day. So I was hospitalized for 5 days. Immediately upon landing, I was rushed to the hospital, stay there for a good 5 days. So the whole thing, right from here to here, takes about 10 days. And when I tell that to people, people are pretty amazed because there are people who got cellulitis. It takes them months to recover. I just got to know a pastor which took him a year. He was hospitalized a year, and he showed me some of his picture and condition. And he's not in great condition. But that's my story. And after coming back from Philippines, I actually feel guilty for not telling people what I know and what I have. So I'm beginning to do that. I've already done 2 speeches in Chinese telling my brother and sister, this is what you need to do. Okay, this is what you need to have. Okay, 1 unit per family. Okay, this is a lifesaver. All right, you saved my life, you saved my leg. All right. So how do I got to know what I know today? How many of you remember there was a SARS 22 years ago? That was back in 2000, almost 23 years ago now, 2002, right? 2002, SARS happened, right? And so when that happened, I immediately put into search because I have a relative from Taiwan that at that time I live in California, and I have a relative from Taiwan just travel and escape from Taiwan. I use the word escape because he came to California and said, "Oh, this SARS is so severe, so serious. When people are infected, their lung turned into to some kind of fiber, and some people die because of it." So I was curious, what kind of virus is this? Why do people die from it? And so I did some research, and so when I did the research, I remember at that time on the internet was quite new. I searched for the word, how do you kill viruses and bacteria that enter your body? I mean, I have people who say, oh, what you can do is prevention, right? Boost your immunity, eat healthy, exercise, right? Have your immunity remain high. I think those are good answer. But what about once it has already entered your body? What do you do? You know, and most of the things that we do is we go to doctor, we take medication, and doesn't matter if you take medication or not. It would take about a week for you to recover, right? To fully recover. For most people, for myself, that's what it takes, right? And so um, I begin to do some research and I stumble upon this website, right? And this website shows me some scientific study and showed me about this person named Dr. Bob Beck, right? And I went ahead and do some more study and I found out this is really amazing. It says here that this research paper is based on laboratory experiments reported by researchers at a leading university, providing that pathogens, viruses, bacteria, fungi, molds are neutralized by microcurrents of electricity. I thought that is interesting. Okay, how does that work? So, and I spent a lot of time on the website, um, getting to know about the science behind what he's saying. Um, and I found that using electricity, um, okay, your body, doesn't matter if it's bacteria or viruses in your body, bacteria and virus all have a common thing. They have a protein layer that protects them. Once that protein layer is broken, what's inside can't survive. All right. To put it in a simple term, we know astronauts, they can travel in space. And once they're out of the earth in the space, they need to wear a helmet and this space suit to protect them, to separate their body from outside. Otherwise, they'll die immediately. So that layer of protection, that the space uniform protects them from outside, right? So it's the same thing. There's a protein layer that protects the virus and bacteria. If you break that layer, it would just die, right? So you're killing these viruses and bacteria without side effect. You're not using antibiotics. You are not using any harmful chemicals, and it would just die. So after I spent some time on this website and then reading all these testimonials, um, all these amazing stories, I became quite curious. So this is a company over there's a and I also find that you can build this invention. I mean, this doctor just revealed how this machine can be built if you know something about electronics, if you have maybe double E degree, and you can literally build this machine by yourself. And it's probably not that complicated, but I don't have that background to understand that graph, right? So I went into the testimonial part, and I see people improve from A to Z. I mean, ADD, ADHD, addiction, aging, AIDS, Alzheimer's, anal seizures, good for animal and pets, anxiety. What else is there? Right? Brain conditions, blood pressure, just brain condition is 21 testimony, right? Broken bones, cataracts, cold sore, all kind diarrhea, digestion, dizziness, edema, eye condition, flu, first aid, just flu has you have 28. Fever, four stories, right? Four testimonies about fever. Okay, fungal fractures, hair conditions, maybe even some hair loss, headaches, heavy metal poisoning. I mean, you look at it, lung condition, Lyme disease. So before me, there are really 8 testimonies about Lyme disease, right? Menstrual, mental, menstrual issue, memory issue, multiple sclerosis, right? So all kinds of health conditions that you might have, you can just check out what do they do to recover? What do they do to recover themselves? So I read a lot of stories about them and decide, okay, I can't build this unit. How do I buy it? I mean, is there a way that I can buy it? So I begin to do some research, and I found this particular website. Now you can easily find this website now, like going to my page, um, our ministry website that I mentioned earlier. And then you click here. And you scroll down, you will see this website, soda.com, right? So you go to their website. This is a Canadian company. The owner is a good friend of Bob Beck, Dr. Bob Beck. So this small, tiny company in Canada has built these units, Bob Beck's unit, according to the protocol, according to Bob Beck's design. And the thing that I purchased 20 some years ago is this silver pulsar. Now costs about 150, right? So I look into the unit, I do some study, and I go ahead and make the purchase. Okay, so this unit, and here the video shows you how to use this unit as a quick start video. And also how to use the same machine to produce ionic colloidal silver water, right? Okay, so the unit that costs 150 would allow you to do this, will allow you to do micropulsing on your risk. And doing that would kill the viruses and bacteria inside your body, right? And with what they have, I discovered for the last 22 years, whenever I have a cold symptom, flu, I always get it down under control within 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours. I'll show you what I do later on. We got a chance. Or if you have already joined, go ahead and join the line group that we have. There is video, there are answers, and so this is what I have for the last 20 some years, and it always worked. When I sense there's something attacking my body, I just put it on, and it kills the bacteria and virus. During the COVID, I have sent 1 unit to my brother in Hong Kong, another unit to my sister in California, another unit to my father also in California. So to protect them. And I never tell others about this because I have experience telling others and they don't believe it. So I don't bother. I don't, if they don't believe it, they don't believe it. And I don't care, but after what I experienced in Philippines, I actually feel guilty not telling people about this. So that's why I have already done two Chinese room meetings to telling my friends and family about it. And I hope this would be a great benefit to them. So you see also another unit, uh, same unit, but and there are more instructions here. How do you use them, right? There's product manuals, so you can learn how to use it before you order them. Now, the one that costs only 150 doesn't come with this accessory. This is an accessory that would also help you to produce colloidal silver water. And by drinking colloidal silver water, it kills also the bacteria and virus in your digestive tract, right? In your stomach or intestine. If you drink them, you kill the bacteria and viruses in the digestive system. So if money is not an issue, go ahead and order the one that costs $295 so that you get the extra accessory, right? Uh, so you can use batteries on this. And I also, people who join the group, I would also show them how to use adapter instead of battery, a power adapter instead of battery to, save some battery cost. So if you join the line group, you will get to know those knowledge. Today, I'm not going to spend time on that. So you will see the unit. There's one here that costs $295. And this unit that's $295 would also give you that extra accessory, right? This accessory here will be available to you. These are two silver wires, silver sticks. You put into the water and you connect this into the machine and it will melt the silver into the water and you just stir it and then drink it. So I do that about 3 times a week and I would uh, give it all to my family. All of them would drink about 3-4 ounces whenever I made the colloidal silver water. All right. So, and eventually I have all their products now. If money is not an issue to you, you can purchase all these units at a discount. Right. This is a biotuner, or also they call it brain tuner. So it's for people with memory issue, emotional issue, or some kind of brain issue, brain imbalance. This is a good unit to have. This is a magnetic pulsar. Magnetic pulsar is good for people with pain. If you have any pain in your area or you have issue with any organs in your body, you use that machine to pulse that area and it will relieve the pain, and it would also I believe it also detox whatever the organ uh, that's having an issue, even heart. But be careful if you have a pacemaker in your heart, don't use it. All right. So this is the silver pulsar. This is a ozone water generator. So I also carry this machine wherever I go because if I'm doing mission, sometimes the water quality in that particular nation is not that good. Besides using a water filter, I would also use this machine to purify the water that I drink, okay, before I drink it. So this is a ozone generator. Um, it also increases your immunity by drinking the ozonated water. You put it into the water and it would inject bubbles, air into it. After it is done, I drink it and it would give you energy during the day. And for some people, don't drink it at night because you wouldn't be able to sleep. It would give you so much energy that you wouldn't be able to sleep. That happens to some people. It doesn't happen to me, but I know some people have that issue. So drink the water during the day. So this is the whole unit that can reverse some of your health condition. And Silver Pulsar, I believe it's a must-have. I mean, it's a lifesaver for you, right? So that's about it. We're about to come to the end of the presentation. I have asked them if they can give a discount to the people who I let to know, I lead to know about the product. And they say unless I have some kind of medical certificate, otherwise, they can't give any discount. So I happen to have medical certificate in California. So this is the discount code they give me. So you come to our website, you click on this link, you can use this discount code to place order, and it will give you a 5% discount, right? And plus shipping cost. Now, the shipping cost to US or Canada, I don't know exactly how much that is, but my experience is that when you place the order, they don't necessarily charge your credit card right away. They will send you an email and let you know uh, this is the shipping cost. It doesn't cost this much. Instead, it costs only this much. Like in Taiwan, if we place order, sometimes it will show the shipping cost is like 80 USD. But then they email it, they don't charge your card, they email it to you. Oh, we have a shipping center in Hong Kong and it costs only 20 or 30 bucks. And do you agree with the total amount? And you send them back that you agree, and then they'll ship the product to you. So that's the end of my presentation. Unless you have questions for me that you want to ask, otherwise we would end the meeting. So, do we have any question at this point? Okay. Okay, no question. Okay, good. Some of you have already listened to the Chinese presentation, so you know more than rest of us, the rest of others. So this is the end of the presentation, and I will put this recorded video online on our website, and that you can later on view it. Let me check if I have missed anything. So I mentioned about that testimony. You can build your own. Okay, where to buy it? Okay, this is the website that you going to our ministry website. You would come to this website here, click here, and then you would come to know the web page and the discount code to place the order. Okay, and that's about it. All right. Thank you for your participation, and I will let the video be up and running soon. Okay, goodbye.